हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी, जय गिरिवरधारी, जय यशोदानन्दना जय व्रज जनरञ्जना, जय यमुनातीरवनचारी, जय कुञ्ज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। श्री राधा माधव की। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, केशव कलिमलहारी, जय केशव कलिमलहारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, सुंदर कुंडल नयन विशाला, सुंदर कुंडल नयन विशाला, गले सोहे वैजंती माला, गले सोहे वैजंती माला, याचविकी बलिहारी, याचविकी बलिहारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, कबहू लूट लूट दधिकायो, कब दिखायो, कबहू मधुवन रास रचायो, कबहू मधुवन रास रचायो, नाचत विपिन विहारी, नाचत विपिन विहारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चराई, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चराई, वन वन भ्रमत फिरे यदुराई, वन वन भ्रमत फिरे यदुराई। कांदे कामरकारी, कांदे कामरकारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। चूरा चूरा नव नीत जो कायो, चूरा चूरा नव नीत जकायो, व्रजवनि तन पई नाम धरायो, व्रजवनि तन पई नाम धरायो। माखन चोर मुरारी, माखन चोर मुरारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। एक दिन मान इंद्र को मार्यो, एक दिन मान इंद्र को मार्यो, नख ऊपर गोवर्धन धार्यो, नख ऊपर गोवर्धन धार्यो, नाम पढ़ायो गिरिधारी, नाम पढ़ायो गिरिधारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। दुर्योधन को भोग न कायो, दुर्योधन को भोग न कायो, रूपो साग विदुर घर खायो, रूपो साग विदुर घर खायो। ऐसे प्रेम पुजारी, ऐसे प्रेम पुजारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। करुणा कर द्रौपदी पुकारी, करुणा कर द्रौपदी पुकारी, पट लिपट गए वनवारी, पट लिपट वनी गए वनवारी। निरख रहे नर नारी, निरख रहे नर नारी। जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। वक्त वक्त सब तुमने तारे, वक्त वक्त सब तुमने तारे, बिना भक्ति हम ताड़े द्वारे, बिना भक्ति हम ताड़े द्वारे, लीजो खबर हमारी, लीजो खबर हमारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। अर्जुन के रथ आंक नहारे, अर्जुन के रथ आंक नहारे, गीता के उपदेश तुम्हारे, गीता के उपदेश तुम्हारे, चक्र सुदर्शन धारी, चक्र सुदर्शन धारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय केशव कलिमल हारी, जय केशव कलिमल हारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी, जय माधव मदन मुरारी। राधे श्यामा श्यामा श्यामा, ओ राधे श्यामा श्यामा श्यामा, ओ राधे श्यामा श्यामा श्यामा, राधे श्यामा श्यामा श्यामा, राधे श्यामा श्यामा श्यामा। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील वासुदेव घोष जी की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। Shall I read the translation, Prabhuji? Do you have time? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Mataji. Is there time to read the translation?
Yes, I believe so.
Glories to the husband of the goddess of fortune, who is the transcendental Cupid and the enemy of the demon Mura. Glories to the divine couple Radhe Shyam, also known as Shama Shyam. Glories to Lord Keshava, who has fine hair, who removes the miseries of the age of Kali. Radha Shyama Shyama Shyama. O Krishna, you wear beautiful earrings and you have lovely widened eyes. Around your neck hangs the splendorous Vaijayanti flower garland. Your complexion is most excellent. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. Sometimes you secretly plunder yogurt and eat it, and sometimes you design a rasa dance performance with the young gopis in the forest of Madhuvana. There dances Vipina Vihari, you who love to sport in the forest. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. You herd the cows in the company of the cowherd boys. You, the monarch of the Yadu dynasty, thus wander from forest to forest, carrying a blanket draped over your shoulder. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. Because you, O Murari, repeatedly steal fresh butter from the homes of the women of Braja and secretly eat it,
Hello,
they
Premaji.
have named you
Namaste.
Makanchu, the butter thief. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. One day you curbed the pride
It's
of
okay.
Indra
It's
by
okay.
lifting the great mountain Govardhana upon the tip of your fingernail, thus winning for yourself the name Giridhari. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. You did not accept the sumptuous feast of the wicked Duryodhana, but took the coarse food offered by your devotee Vidura. Therefore, you are worshipped by love and not by mere
No, no,
ritual. Radhe Radhe Shyama
you
Shyama.
found the perfect match for me.
To bestow mercy
Yeah.
upon
So
Draupadi,
I'm really
you, the
looking
lord of the
forward. I'm really
forest,
looking forward to meeting.
supplied unlimited cloth to protect her from shame, while the assembly of men and women looked on. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama.
Premaji, but to
You
my eyes,
delivered each of
you
your
are the one
devotees in
who
unique
made it
ways.
possible.
Alas,
You,
We who are bereft of devotion are standing
no,
here
you have been
outside
very,
your
very
door.
kind to me right
Please
from very
favorably
beginning.
receive the
You know,
news of our
Pramaji, if you will excuse me,
Radhe
my
Shyama
class is
Shyama
going on
Shyama.
right now. You know.
You were the driver of Arjuna's chariot, and on the battlefield, you gave Arjuna the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita. During the fight, you exhibited your form as the wielder of the discus Sudarshana. Radhe Shyama Shyama Shyama. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Ananta Koti Vaishnava. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Ajit Prabhuji.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Ajit Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Your class.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. I was trying to contact you. I could not.
Yeah, Prabhu. I remember, Prabhu, today's class. Yes. Thank you. So waiting for the recap. After the recap only class, is it?
Or after the invocation prayer, so recap, then the class.
Okay. So you want me to do the invocation prayer? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we'll do the Mangalacharan. ॐ ज्ञानतिमरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदाङ्कितं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगुणरघुनाथान्वितं तं च जीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सगुणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Thank you so much. I welcome all of you to this. In Sydney, it is a morning, Saturday morning. Some of you, US might be evening, and India also it is a morning. Saturday morning, advanced Bhagavatam class. Good to see all of many devotees around the world. I offer my obeisances to Charuchandra Prabhu and Sharat Prabhu and all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Um, with this note and with a startup is a very full of nectar from Lalita Priya Mataji. I was literally, yeah, how beautiful is that? In so many comments, we also got it. Beautiful Bhajan Mataji. Thank you so much. You are a nightingale of this, our yatra, basically. That's what I can tell you. You know, it was literally coming from the heart altogether. That bhajan. Oh, Charu Prabhu liked very much. I think so.
It's
Thank you so much.
perfect Sanskrit pronunciations, right?
Yes, it was so nice, bro. It is all coming from heart, so
Yes,
beautiful, Mataji.
exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With this note, I'll pause here and I'll go for the recap, Radha Vinod Prabhu is going to the recap. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I'll be
Prabhu.
doing.
Over to you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare
Thank
Krishna
you.
Prabhuji. Lalita Priya Mataji, welcome back. I think we missed her almost last 1 month, so 1 month or so. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Yeah, so today I'll be doing recap, and let me share for a recap of the last week's chapter, to Canto 10, chapter 47, and slokas are from 23rd to say 69. Let me share. First time I'll be sharing. Let me see how it goes. I think Lalita Priya, you are sharing. I'll go out.
Prabhuji,
No,
I'm not sharing anything.
screen Lalita Priya share. Okay, let me share. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, we can see you. See your
Okay,
screen.
so I have to slideshow. This is how you do, because I'll be doing presentation display option. Like that you go.
Yes, Prabhu, you can do it.
Okay, so let me say presentation and full screen, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so allow. Okay, from current.
Start a slideshow. Yeah. Start a slideshow. Yes.
So let me see if we can see. You don't see that, right?
No, Prabhu. I think, do you have a dual screen or one screen, Prabhu?
I have just monitor. So
One screen. Okay.
because yeah, let me see.
Otherwise, without slideshow, you can just go through, Prabhu. That's fine.
Prabhuji, share the
yeah.
whole screen. If you
Okay.
share the screen, everything on your computer will show.
Slideshow, slideshow.
Okay. So I'm here now. I'll share screen. Okay, slideshow.
Share entire screen, Prabhu. That's all. Share entire.
Yeah, present display option. I'm just sharing full screen.
Just to say that. Share
Start
entire
slideshow. Okay, and what I will do for a moment, let me come back to the class. Okay, Zoom class.
You see the share in the center, at the bottom,
Yeah.
very center, green arrow, up arrow, share.
Yeah, I have the right hand side. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So now you go
Okay.
up to the
Go to the top. Okay, and the present display.
Yeah, see the file, edit, views, insert, formats, and slide, right? Click the slide.
Okay, slide. Okay. And then slide, new slide name, skip slide.
Slide show it. Anybody
Right.
could guide him? Prasad Prabhu, could you guide him?
No, I have here,
PDF
side slow at the right hand side. I see the slideshow presentation display option. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That works.
Full screen. Okay. This is what I did.
Yeah, this also works. Just try that.
Okay.
Start slideshow. Start slideshow.
Click that start show button. Yes.
Yes, you got it.
Perfect.
Okay. You are able to see?
This you.
Thanks, Prabhu.
But did you select the particular the lesson that you have? Slide.
Yeah.
Select the slide, Prabhu.
Okay. So let me go back. Just give me, sorry, I had to do that because tomorrow also I have that, right? So let me get.
Somebody else could show the slides.
Probably just give 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I think I need to do that.
प्रभु जी, आपका पूरा स्क्रीन को ना शेयर करेंगे ना, तो आपके कंप्यूटर में जो भी है वो शेयर स्क्रीन में आ जाएगा.
That is what I was trying to do. Okay. Okay.
तो
Just
उसको
give me.
पावर पॉइंट के बाहर से जूम पे शेयर करेंगे ना, पूरा स्क्रीन उसको करेंगे तो आ जाएगा.
I think the thing
So
is, you're doing
presently
it
when I
correctly.
do that, start slideshow with side speaker notes, present Chromecast near.
Prabhuji, you're doing it correctly. Just that because these have animation, you have to click on each slide. because you're doing a
Okay,
power
so
PPT one. So
yeah,
go
I'll
ahead.
be doing that. Okay, present from the beginning or full screen, current screen onward.
Current
Okay,
screen
so
references, yeah.
yeah, so just give me 13, current screen onward. Okay, slideshow, share, new, full screen, and start
Mhm.
slideshow,
Yeah, correct.
loading. Okay, can you see that now?
No problem.
तो भाभी आपका स्क्रीन ही नहीं आ रहा है
Okay, Prabhu,
That,
can I share the screen? Just
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, just give me a sec, bro.
Because I need to practice. I know what to.
Yeah. So which screen you are looking at it? Let me
Yeah,
know.
it came up.
It's a 13, screen number 13.
Is this okay? You want Prabhu or no?
Okay, let me see where.
Which screen you are looking on? Please let me know.
Okay,
so you go to the next. Go to the next.
Slide,
You go
slide
screen
13.
13, 1 3.
1-3.
Slide number 13.
13,
Is
yeah.
that a one, Prabhu?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
correct.
got it.
That's
You
it.
got it.
Okay, so yeah, thank you. Sorry that, I need to get
That's okay,
the,
Prabhu.
Sharat Prabhuji, I need to get, because tomorrow I want to share myself. Okay, Hare Krishna devotees, so welcome back to today's recap, and thanks Aru Prabhuji, Sharat Prabhuji for giving me an opportunity. Such a wonderful chapter. Brahma Gita is not an ordinary chapter. So I think I have got a 30 minutes, right? So out of that, we have 8 slides, and I have prepared 13 questions on that. And just before we start, I will just have a quick summary or overview of what we discussed. Basically, in this was the entire chapter. There are 69 slokas, and that 69 slokas were divided 1 to 22, the day 1, and 23 to 69 day 2. That's how it was done. So first, primarily day 1, it was Brahma Gita and Gopi's lamentation when Uddhava meets. We have seen that. And now in the second, there's a conversation between Gopis and Uddhava. That's what is the next. So before I start, I was just looking at how to begin with this one. So I just looking, this is a Brahma Gita. It's a very core of the heart of all devotees. Charu Prabhuji has prepared wonderful slide, and everybody mentions Gaudiya Vaishnava. I was just looking at that particular, why he brings a reference. So looks like, everything here is at its peak. If you look at that entire, who are there? Gopi is there, Radharani is there, Uddhava is there, and there's a Viplam Bhav is there. And what is missing there? Everything. And everything starts early in the morning, and, the Gopis take them to the secluded place where they can have free conversation. And, Bhagavad Gita also we say, Machit Matgata Prana Bodhayantasa Paraswaram Kathayantasa Mam Nityam Tusantica Ramantica. How they can release. And I'll just take 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to just say that I was trying to go also through Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary is so wonderful, so wonderful. So how everything is perfect, how everything at the top. So look at the Uddhava. As we understand, Charu Prabhuji and Charatu also mentioned Uddhava is a confidential friend of Krishna. He has spent most of the time with the Krishna because none of the other Sakhas, they have spent so much, more than 100 years he has spent with him. He is also he closely associated with him. He also used to eat remnants of Lord Krishna, and also wear the cloth of Krishna. Understand these people, then you understand what they are talking about. Then it makes perfect sense what we are discussing about it, right? So Uddhava is also in another place mentioned. In the Satya Yuga, it is a Prahlad Maharaj. Treta Yuga is Angad. Dwapar Yuga, it is Uddhava, and Kali Yuga is Tukaram Maharaj. That's mentioned. At the end, if you want, I can explain where it is there. So, and also Uddhava becomes Alamana, to whom we'll just see that. Also Radha, what to talk about Radharani, she is, Madhurya Ras personification. And for her, we also, so we see her, her alumnas also, we see that by seeing a Brahma, how she remembered Lord Krishna. So this is the same Radharani by everything at the top, everything that you go ahead, everything at the top of, the ladder that you see on that. So Viplam Bhav is there, Krishna is not a present, lamentation is there, hankering is there, wonderful devotees are present. Uddhava, so-called Gyanis, brings a Gyana with on that. And so just 10 second, I would just want to decide. So understand again her mood. Once Krishna and Radha were together, and Radharani was Krishna was on Radha's lap, and suddenly there was a cloud-eyed lightning. Suddenly Radha shouted, "Hey Krishna, where did you go?" Krishna was already there. So that's the Viplam at the highest that we see, right? By seeing the light and the cloud separation, she feels that's the Radha we are talking of. Gopi, what to talk about the Gopi? Because Alamana, you see, by seeing out the footprints of the Lord, how they were remembering the Krishna all through that we'll be talking about on that. And Bumblebee, as is mentioned, it's also, Acharya said the Krishna himself come here. So everything is in a place, everything is at the top of here, so that, as we talk about bhakti will be best of the format. So with that, I will start. So as I said, there are 13 questions I have prepared, and we have 30 minutes or maybe a few minutes now on that. We will start some places. I will, where the answers are lengthy, I will just quickly go through, but where are the answers are much straightforward, I will ask the questions, and we'll go slide by slide. So on this first slide, I have a few questions. That is slide 13. The first question, it said, Uddhava praises the gopis and relates Krishna's message to them. The first starts with the unique devotion of the gopis. So, question first. As always, we request please participate everybody. First person answers, hold for another person to come up, and if it's not there, okay. Maybe if required, I'll just call out the name, and let everybody participate on that. So first question, again, look, answer is that the unique devotion to the gopis. I'm just also telling on that part. So as per Uddhava, what are the key aspects of gopis' unmatched devotion to the Lord Krishna? So that is the question. Who wants to go first? Answer is there. Answer is there. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavata.
Hare Krishna.
They have only one motive, Prabhuji. Okay. Just to serve Krishna. That's it. Okay. One single motive. Serve Krishna. Okay, whatever the situation is.
Bhakti and Mahabhava.
Selfless love.
Okay. So as per the Uddhavas, let me repeat again. As per the Uddhava, what are the key aspects of Gopi's unmatched devotion? One aspect is that selfless service. That's the one you mentioned. What is the another one?
Mahabhava.
Mahabhava. Okay. And what is the third one? It's there.
Pure
Answer
love.
is here.
Pure love.
Okay.
Is
there anything else?
Please to Krishna. It is
Please the
selfless.
Krishna.
Okay, the last point, last line, the first paragraph.
And this
emotional connection, Prabhu. Profound emotional connection.
Exactly. That's how we serve Krishna.
Yeah.
And that is the Gopi Bhava. That is right there.
Also, it is a mention that there's one point which is missing, is that true love transcend ritualistic, practices. That Gopi transcend everything, right? So that's also there. So the next question on the same slide, that is a Mahabhava. That's number 2. That what is the Mahabhava and who most embodies it? So question, 2-part question. What is a Mahabhava?
Mahabhava represents the pinnacle of ecstatic love, and it is Radharani who possesses Mahabhava.
Okay. Can you, there are some more details here. Can you add on that?
According to Gaudiya philosophies, this state is the ultimate goal of devotion, highlighting the intense emotional depth and longing that defines the relationship between the devotee and the divine.
Yeah, thank you. So you will see that Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Charu Prabhuji has brought that word, but everything is, all the philosophy about that also, those points are again summarized here. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Thank you, Mother. So that is the second question on that. So we'll go to the third one. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Go back to the second. Go back. I think there is a little bit more. Mahabhava. What is the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy on devotion, on ultimate goal of a devotional service? You have that in the last, below that. What is the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy on ultimate goal of devotion?
May I share, Prabhu?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so it says that true love for Krishna requires experiencing profound feelings of separation and yearning. So Mahabhava is an intense feeling of separation, and that is the goal of Vaishnava philosophy.
And that is imbibed in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So, Prabhuji, go ahead to the next.
Let me share this with you. Why that word coming back again and again? Because in the AI, this thing, whenever I said, they kept on raising Advaita Vedanta philosophy. So this time I made it very clear to them, very clear to the AI, that I want to see particularly their comments must be strictly limited to the passage written, their comments of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and that is the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. That's why they keep coming that name again and again, because I emphasize that.
Okay, it makes sense, Prabhuji. No, I was also thinking.
Because I was tired of hearing Advaita Vedanta philosophy.
Yeah. So, but again, that Vaishnava, where the word is coming, whatever is at the top, Prabhuji, they are basically summarized. This represents the Vaishnava philosophy. That's what it mentions, right? On that.
Yeah, Vaishnava philosophy. But again, Vaishnava philosophy also, we have 4 sampradayas.
Yes.
Sri Sampradaya mostly talks about in a kind of a it's a very unique about Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. The Madhurya Rasa, that is highly emphasized. Whereas Sri Sampradaya, the way I understood it, is mostly about the bhakti bhav, in the sense kind of dainya bhav, that is there actually. And again, there also Sri Sampradaya is mostly focused on Lord Vishnu. Krishna is considered his expansion, as avatara, So that is why I'm talking about here.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So we'll have a third question. 1, 2, 3, fourth question that we are going from third year, separation and intimacy. What logic Uddhava uses to convince gopis on separation from Krishna, but still maintain their intimacy? So let me repeat again. What logic Uddhava uses to convince gopis on separation from Krishna? So gopis are separated from Krishna, but still maintain their intimacy. So this is where Uddhava is trying to convince. So it begins with this one. So can somebody take it? Answer it here. Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhu. There is a relationship between separation and intimacy. Although Krishna is not present with the gopis, but they are always in a meditative state. That Savarsikhi state of meditation, that is unbreakable meditations. So then,
Mataji, Benji, what is the highlight of Swarsiki meditation? What differentiate from other kinds of meditation on impersonal and all these things? What is the highlight of Swarsiki meditation that what Krishna emphasizes here?
Yes.
It is
unbroken.
Yeah, in
no,
personal
no, not really.
Personal
form.
1% at a time. 1% at a time.
Okay, that is the very unique. That is on personal form, Prabhuji. Okay.
And what is that as a result? Personal form means whatever the time they spent with Krishna, Krishna wanted them to meditate on that, and that, by his potency, what will happen? What Krishna promises that.
उनकी नजर से एक भी क्षण दूर नहीं होंगे प्रभु, अगर वो उनकी लीलाओं का स्मरण करेंगे, जिसमें कृष्ण के साथ जो लीलाएं उन्होंने की है, उनके पर मेडिटेट करेंगे, तो वो भगवान उनसे कभी भी दूर नहीं जाएंगे.
Exactly, because Krishna wanted to relieve the pain of separation, right? And then what is the message for us?
Just to
need
follow
to
the same.
continuously meditate.
Yeah,
So
continuously.
we constantly hear the pastimes of Krishna, because what is preventing us to come nearer to Krishna is our lower modes. The gopis are of course beyond the modes, right? But we are not. So when we also actually hear the Lord's pastimes, then Krishna removes the influence of Rajo and Tamaguna, which prevents us to come near to Krishna. So Krishna make it so possible for us, even the ordinary devotees like us.
Our devotion becomes strong if we remember all the times activities of Krishna. Then we are always in Satoguna.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Anna,
Very good.
yeah. So let's go forward. So there's one more point missing here. Can you just read again that? There's one point missing. How the Krishna they are remembering him, but Krishna is also with them, right? In which form he's there? The second line talks about it.
उद्धव जी ने कहा कि भगवान जो है वो सुपर सोल के रूप में, परमात्मा के रूप में सर्व के हृदय में रहते हैं, मगर गोपियां उनसे भी ऊपर है लेवल में, क्योंकि वो सेपरेशन भाव में, विप्रलम भाव में भगवान को भजते हैं. तो ये जो ज्ञान जो दे रहे हैं उनके सामने उनका जो प्रेम है वो बहुत ही
आएगा, मदर आएगा. Let's go forward. I think that will come as we go
in
forward.
Personal,
so
on personal form, they are meditation on personal form.
Correct. So Vishwanath Chakravarti talks a lot on that. So we sometime maybe we'll connect with that about a super soul, right? He gives a lot of information. So we'll go to the next one with that. Thanks, Saru Prabhuji. You mentioned on the Swarisika, how you understand that, right? On that. So the next question is on that on 14. You are on 14. Prabhuji, just go back. There's one more. Power of love over the knowledge. This is a very powerful message here. Power of love over the knowledge, as we were talking about. So question here, what is the significance of power of love over philosophical jnana or over the knowledge?
It is the
Let me
highest
repeat.
path. It is the highest path to connect with the divine, and it definitely supersedes the jnana path.
Yeah. Anything else?
So
it leads to devotion, moksha, and union with Krishna. Yeah, and it shows that love is the most powerful force in the spiritual path.
Anything else?
It is the emotional connection between the devotee and the divine. The devotee by this devotee tries to seek divine, and he can easily he has true love for divine, and he can easily he can seek that divine power.
Prabhuji, may I also try?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So once we have this philosophical knowledge, then we get into a distinctive mode because we know so he's supreme soul, that jnana comes that he is the God. So that love, that emotional connection or the divine love doesn't come so naturally when you have the philosophical knowledge. But when you have intense love for a person, the philosophical knowledge takes a backstage because that philosophy doesn't come first. The love comes first. So if you have philosophical knowledge about a person, then you distance yourself because there is a big distance. You start worshipping in awe and reverence. You start respecting that person. When that happens, that closeness, emotional connection doesn't happen.
So yeah, to summarize this point, this underscores the Gaudiya Vaishnava belief that
प्रभु जी ऐश्वर्य भाव में एक रिस्पेक्ट आ जाता है, तो वो हम इतना हमारा जो प्रेम है वो प्रदर्शित नहीं कर पाते हैं.
No, but Jnana, Aishwarya is also doesn't come in a Jnana. On Jnana, right? They are talking about this a dry philosophical, or we call it intelligence. You know, Bhagwan aise hota hai, Paramatma aise hota hai, all those things are there, right? They are talking about on that part here. So here it talks about Gaudiya Vaishnava believe that love, prema, reigns supreme over intellectual understanding of Jnana. But partly it's also required to initial stage, but that's not all, right? So love triumphs over everything else. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Here, just
These are
probably
byproducts, Prabhuji. Gyan and
Go ahead.
Moksha, these are the byproducts of Prema Bhakti. So those are not required by Vaishnavas.
I want to add one thing. Bhakti means love, love of Godhead. And if there is love of Godhead, that is bhakti, then jnana and vairagya, they are given free of cost.
Automatically, free of the cost, yes. Automatically, they are coming there. Okay, I think we are less time. We'll go to the next 15 slide. Mind control. Okay, this is 16, right? 15 mind control. So a question. This is a very nice, how to control the mind. Question is, what is the significance of mind control in a devotional service?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Mind controls, it controls everything. And when mind is uncontrolled, it invites distraction and suffering. And when mind is controlled, it teaches, it is the teaching of Bhakti Yoga, and it masters one's thought and desire. It's paramount for spiritual progress.
Yeah. So mind control is essential, as I mentioned right in the first line. Krishna emphasizes the mastermind. The mind is essential for transcending material existence. If it's not there, you get distracted, right? That's what you are saying. So Bhakti Yoga also talks about how to control thoughts and desire. Unless until we channelize ourselves to the Lord, we don't meditate on Him. Okay. So 15. 15th, I have another question. 6-1, response to jealousy. Again, this is a so nice question here. So, what Gopi jealousy about women in Mathura represent?
Yeah, that shows the intense emotional pain, intentional emotion, pain of separation. Okay, towards the Krishna Prabhuji. Okay, that shows that.
There's furthermore.
It shows their profound attachment to Krishna.
Attachment. Yeah.
Okay. Furthermore, its answer is here.
These emotions are natural.
Natural, correct. Yeah, but beyond that, there's something also longing for is exclusive affection. They want to, exclusive. Krishna is mine, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because of that, they have the jealousy. Correct.
They have the jealousy. So these are spiritual jealousies. Charu Prabhu, Sharad Prabhu always mention. So are they jealousy? If you go to the, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he goes in so much of details about it. Gopi means that they are missing. They are missing always. They are hunkering on that. So per se, it is not a jealousy. They don't hate them. There's nowhere mention on that. So that's not a part of that. Okay, so we'll go to the slide 16. Next slide, please, Project. Hare Krishna, Project. Next slide. Okay. So again, 7. This is also nice. Rejection of abstract knowledge. And this is where, again, we were talking about why gopis unequivocally reject the abstract jnana of Uddhava.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Gopis has too much love, affection, and that's why first Uddhav wanted to teach them Jnana philosophy, but they say to Uddhav को बोलती हैं कि उद्धव ये ज्ञान जो तुम्हारा ये हमें नहीं चाहिए, ये अपना ज्ञान अपने पास रखो. और वो because they attached so much, their love is ecstatic love, true love, selfless love. So that's why they reject knowledge philosophy.
So, but there one line is mentioned here. Something is missing. Can we add something else?
They would want to rather have direct experience, feel Krishna personally instead of just, dry philosophy. So that's why they reject it outrightly. They reject outrightly. Okay. So yeah, it's choosing instead embrace the tangible experience of love, as you mentioned, Mother, very nicely on that 16.
So there's one more on 8, hope and separation. Again, wonderful point. In this one, questions are coming straightforward. Charu Prabhu is so nice, creative. So answers are also, falling in a place. You see that. So here, the question. What hope gopis see in their separation from Krishna that kept them alive?
गोपी नो दैट
That is
कृष्णा इज टू मच अटैच्ड. जैसे हम अटैच्ड लव करती हैं कृष्णा को, कृष्णा भी उतने ही वो हैं. So and at the time of going to Mathura, Krishna told them that I will return. They have full faith in Krishna. Because they know that Krishna has the same attachment, same love as we have, so he will definitely come. Though at present he is not he is not with us, but he will come definitely.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Anything to add?
Attachment, okay, the kind of faith they have in their love, okay, that is the greatest thing, Prabhuji. Okay, that is what is Gaudiya Vaishnavaism teach us as well, saying that two things are very important: the faith, okay, and then serious sadhana, serious service.
Sadhana. Service. So anything to learn from here for us? Hope and separation from the gopis?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, the gopis had very strong conviction in Krishna's words. So we have to follow their footsteps, having that conviction. Whatever Krishna imparted as instruction in Bhagavad Gita, and whatever Krishna said, we should have 101% full conviction in his words and follow as he says. And Lord Chaitanya has shown us the way how we can get closer to Sri Radha Krishna. So we have to have full conviction, whatever may be the situation in our lives. So this is a classic example.
Tumulus. Yeah, it talks about tumultuous times, right? And bad times we have to do. Let's go to the 18th. I have a couple of more questions and then we'll finish out 18. I go to the next 18. Yeah. So here I'll just quickly talk about. I think we are running time, right, Sharad Prabhuji? So it talks about here again meditation. Meditate on their pastimes with him. By his potential and will feel his presence within themselves. Form, basically personal form, meditate around that. So the first it talks about basically Dharla emphasizes that despite their physical separation from him, their memories of Krishna, Krishna's beauty and charm remains with them. The last is gopis express their yearning for Krishna akin to greedy persons. Like example is given greedy person. So doesn't make a difference. They are steadfast on that. Gopi assert that even memory of Krishna's presence represent through the natural scenery of Braja. So because they see footprints of marks everywhere. So their alumni is there. They see whatever and connects with that. Prabhuji, go to the next one. On 4 also, because I'm answering because the question is a very lengthy.
Yeah. I think what say, Prabhuji, now, just wrap it up.
Yeah, just one question, last question, Prabhuji.
Okay, now we are eating the time of Rajiv Prabhuji, no?
Yeah, so just go to the last one. Go to the last, yes. So what was the role of Uddhava? The last one, Prabhu, go 20th. Just prior to that 20th.
Previous.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Before that. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Uddhava's role. Yeah, go ahead.
Uddhav wanted to tell gopis that Krishna has the same attachment, same love, and he's very eager to see you, but he could not come. He's separated, but he's with you all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So next question, what is the Uddhava's realization? It's very important. The second point, Uddhava's realization. What Uddhava take out from this one?
The Uddhava's realization is that the gopis' love for Krishna is the highest form of devotion.
Yeah.
And it transcends all the social norms, and it is the most selfless love, and it is beyond worldly logic.
Yeah, the last question, Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mai express their humility, expressing the unworthiness compared to the gopis. One line answer.
as a parents, they feel humility, sense of unworthiness. Because the gopis, seeing gopis devotion is too much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Hare Krishna. Thanks, everyone. So, I have concluded my recap. Sorry that I think we exceeded.
It's okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Radha Vinod Prabhu. Thank you so much for wonderfully taking us. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome all of you once again. So we'll go through the chapter number, lesson number 85. It includes the 48, chapter number 48 and 49. Before begin, I offer my obeisances to my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and all Guru Parampara and all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Please bless me so that I can make a justifications to this 1 hour class presentation. So here in the chapter number 48 and 49, so the 48 and 49, we are talking two chapters together. In the chapter number 48, Krishna pleases his devotees. The 36 verses are there. In this chapter number 48, again the two divisions are coming. One is Krishna and Uddhava visits Trivakra, and along with another chapter, another devotees conversation is along with Krishna, Balram and Uddhava visits the Akrura. This is what the two personalities we are studying in chapter number 48. In chapter number 49, so Akrura missions in Hastinapura. So it is the two divisions are there. Vidura and Akrura console lamenting Kunti Devi, who briefed Akrura of the evil plans of Dhritarashtra and sons. This conversation is happening between Akrura, Vidura and Kunti Devi. And the last one is that Akrura gave the good advice to Dhritarashtra. So that is what we are seeing in the section B's. So we'll see the next one. So here the again 48 we are subdivisions are coming. In the chapter number 48, first section we are talking about the Trivakras conversation with Krishna and Uddhava. So in the first section we are talking Krishna enjoys with her in 1 to 8, text number 1 to text number 8. And the second text is Trivakra begs Krishna to stay with her for a few more days. That is the second part. In the second part of the chapter is first one is Akrura glorify the Krishna. Akrura prays for a detachment of material affections. And the third section is Krishna praises Akrura and assigns him a missions in Hastinapur. This is what we are going to look at it. So here we'll begin. So may I'll little bit try to engage everyone if you are okay. So may I request devotees read the first point. So that will be good interaction instead of me to read everything.
Hare Krishna.
Can you read the point number 1?
Yes,
Yes, Lalita Priyamata, please go ahead.
The profound dynamics of Krishna's interaction with Trivakra, vividly portraying themes of devotion, desire, and the intricate nature of divine manifestations. Krishna's extraordinary ability to be present in multiple realms at once exemplifies his omniscience and omnipresence as he graciously fulfills the heartfelt wishes of his devotees without compromising his divine essence. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. So, Charu Prabhu nicely made the division of this particular conversation. The Krishna's interaction with the Trivakra is we are talking here. Trivakra is also known as a Kubja, was a hunchback woman who served in the court of King Kamsa. The event, this Trivakra is this event basically shows us a symbolic transformation of the both physical and spiritual. This is what Trivakra's incident teaches us. See, I was recalling this 7.16. Chaturvida bhajanti mama janaha sukrutino arjuna artho jidyasura artati gyanicha bharatarshava. There's a 4 people can start worshipping Krishna. Artha, those who wanted to, first one is distressed, those who desire for the wealth, inquisitive, and who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. So here Trivakra, when I gone through that one, he has some personal ambitions for that artharthi. one who desired for a material gain. She wanted Krishna to be with her, all, and because of these desires, he started worshipping here. So it doesn't matter. Initially, we are all not came for the pure bhakti. Initially, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshat it. So anyway, either hook or cook, just worship Krishna. Then the things will fall in place. This is what this particular incident is teaching us. So may I request devotees read the second one?
I will read,
Prabhuji, may
Prabhuji.
I?
Go
Okay,
ahead, Mataji.
Prabhuji, please. Okay. Trivakra, despite her physical limitations, embodies an intense yearning for connection with the divine. Her heartfelt preparation and offering to Krishna reflect not only her devotion but also her desire for a deeply personal relationship with him. The layers of her character, spanning from her beauty to her humble circumstances, powerfully illustrate that true devotion transcends physical appearance and social status. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother. So in the first one, I forgot to mention the another important point from the first one is devotion, desire, and divine manifestation is happening in the first point. The text, this particular text emphasize the devotion, her sincere service, desire by be blessed by the Krishna, or the divine intervention. So the Krishna's divine quality is mentioned here as the omniscience and omnipresence. Omniscience means all knowing. Krishna knows everything. Omnipresence means he present everywhere. So he described as being capable of being multiple realms at once, showing his supernatural power. And the more importantly, Krishna respond to the sincere devotion without losing his divine status. So that is what the Lord's another quality called as a Saulabhyam and Saushilyam. What actually Saulabhyam and Saushilyam? So okay, he is a full of powerful. He has all the six qualities. A full of rich. He is everything is there. We know that one. All the six qualities of the Lord. But what it matters to me, I'm the very small person. I'm a Trivakra is saying I'm the Kubja. So, but what it matters, Krishna comes to our level to give the please to us, giving the pleasure to us. That is what Saulabhyam and Saushilyam is, the omniscience and omnipresence. That's what we are reading here from this first point. The second one, the physical limitation. The Trivakra got us some physical limitation. That physical limitation did not limit her devotion and her deep spiritual longing. Her external appearance is not what it defines her. Her heartfelt yearning for the divine is what makes her special. And she sincerely offered to the Krishna. She makes a preparation and offering to the Krishna with a pure intent, showing her love and desire for a personal connection with him. And another important point, what I am thinking is that her beauty, humility, and devotion come to the despite her low social status. She's only a flower garland. She's selling the flower in that whole Kamsa's kingdom. Her status is very small. But sincere desire for Krishna, though it is a personal desire, doesn't matter. But her connection with Krishna is very intent. We need to take it here. This shows that true spiritual worth isn't based on the social standing or a wealth or a physical form. In the Prahlad Maharaj says in the seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter of the 9th verse, मन्ये धन अभिजन रूप तपश्रुत ओजसौ तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग न आराधनाय भवन्ते परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या ततोष भगवन गजयुत पाय. So he said that we our dhana abhijana means our powerful connection with so many so-called big people. Abhijana, Rupa, our beauty. Tapa, Shruta, Ojasa, Teja, Prabhava, Bala, Paurucha. Nothing can be bound by Krishna. Only the binding is what? Bhaktya Tatosha Gajavan Gajayuta Paya. So like a Gajendra, though it was an animal, so with the pure intent heart it prays and Krishna pleases with that. So that is what the Trivakra status is showing it. It is not pure in this stage, but we can for the intent, Krishna's name itself is we can bind that Krishna's. That's what this particular passage is talking in this particular point. The passage It also teaches us the genuine devotion rises above the appearance and social position again and again. And Trivakra becomes a symbolic, unshaken faith, inner beauty, and power of a spiritual love. That's what the third point we are taking it from this particular para. So may I request you to read the third point?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Okay. So Uddhava's profound respect for Krishna and his unwavering role as a devoted servant further enriches his this narrative. His choice is sit on the ground rather than accept Trivakra's seat clearly signifies humility and reverence for Krishna's beloved, reinforces enforcing the powerful theme of devotion, overshadowing entitlement. Krishna's interaction with the Trivakra, particularly his promise to fulfill her deepest desire, portrays him as the Supreme Lord, compassionate, considerate, and intimately aware of his devotees' feeling.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So here, the point what is saying, the humbleness of the Uddhava's devotion. Uddhava is a close companion and disciple of Krishna, basically. He's a close friend, cousin. His action sitting on the ground instead of a seat offered by Trivakra shows his humility and respect. He honors not only Krishna, but also those dear to Krishna, like Trivakra, showing that a true devotion respect all aspects of a divinity. It is not only some people are Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama Adhikaris are there. Kanishta Adhikari there, or going to the temple only we can only talk to the respect to the deity and come back. That's it. The devotee around the temple doesn't matter for them. That is also okay, but that is all a Kanishta. But this Uddhava's humility, because he is connected to Krishna, he respect her also, Trivakra. And this acts reflects the genuine spiritual humility, means putting aside a pride and status. So this is what we can say that one in the Chaitanya Shikshastakam. So this is what one particular thing we need to take it always. Trinadapi sunichena taroreva sahishnuna amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. So many people leaving the ISKCON because this following the humility, it is not possible for me. That's what we say. This Trinadapi Sunichena, Acharya says that one, it is we need to tie in the neck altogether. That is the only thing it binds Krishna. That humility is the only thing it catch holding the Krishna. And we seen in the Gopi Gita and all in the Rasa Leela, it a gopis in the one point which start that one, hey, the Krishna is only with me. Immediately Krishna disappeared. So what about you and me? That is what Uddhava's humility is teaching us here. This particular scene illustrates the powerful spiritual truth that devotion and humility are greater than any sense of entitlement and superiority. Uddhava, though wise and close to Krishna, does not consider himself above others. He always, Gopi Padakamalo, Dasa Dasa no Dasa, he shows this humility, Uddhava's humility sitting down. That's what it is showing here. This is what I can take. And the next particular, we'll go to the next slide. That is the fourth point. May I request devotees read?
1 minute. Did you
Yes, bro.
see the picture here? Is trying
Yes.
to tell you something. Okay, very important thing is trying to tell you. Look at very closely. Watch what Krishna is doing. What Trivikra is trying to do, and Krishna is showing. Wait, there's a limit to it. So it also points out. First of all, you have to understand. Krishna knew what Trivikra wanted from him, right? Because he's omniscience. But then there is also a significance. If that is so, there was a reason why Krishna brought Uddhava with him. Okay? Can you guess what was the reason for that? It's a subtle reason. Subtle reason.
He is a particular gentleman. He wants to show that how he interacts with her, right? So some saintly person is required there.
To a limit. To a limit.
To a limit.
So that's why in this picture, notice it. Krishna, when she wanted to really have a more, let's see, this title says Krishna was enjoying with her. That's a misnomer actually.
Yes.
Here Krishna is not enjoying the way we think enjoying when we say somebody is enjoying with her. But see, Krishna had a limit to that point. He wanted to reciprocate love of Trivikra despite her shortcomings and everything. He wanted to satisfy her, comes here, visits her home, comes and very nicely interacts with her, but to a point. Look, Trivikra wanted to go a little bit further down the path. But then see what Krishna is saying? Wait. Do you see the significance of that picture?
So nice, bro. Yes.
Yeah, he's stopping. Krishna is stopping her.
Yes, exactly. Not to that point what she wanted, but Krishna is reciprocating her love. Okay. And he's also in a subtle way teaching her. And remember, another class we discussed about 3 kinds of rati, right?
Yes.
This rati attachment of Trivikra for Krishna is called Samanya rati. Okay. Samanya means ordinary, but not the kind, it's still above than us, okay? Because she desired Krishna. Okay. Whereas the higher than that is the rati of the queens. Samartha rati, right? No, what is that called? The other rati is intermediate. And the Samartha rati is actually the gopis. So there is a difference between that. So Samartha rati, here she wanted to enjoy with him. She wanted to have Krishna to satisfy her desire, lusty feelings and everything. But Krishna is showing to a point. And remember, Krishna is associated with Krishna. Another thing that we learned it in one of the Puranas that we did that course, Durvasa Muni and everything that comes into play. Here, just thinking about Krishna, think Krishna's pastime, the gopis, it removes the lusty feelings within our heart. He purifies with that and brings a pure love, prema within our heart. So here, look at the picture very carefully. And notice when he says like this, right? To a point. Go ahead, continue, Prabhuji. So Uddhava he took particularly to send a subtle limitations to Trivikra. If he wanted to enjoy, why would he bring Uddhava with him? And the next point, when he meets Akrura, remember, he not only brings Uddhava, because Uddhava is also a confidential advisor too also. Okay. But the third point, he brings Balaramji also. So there is also significance. Go ahead, continue.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. May I request read the fourth point? Anyone can read?
May I, Prabhuji?
Preparation. Yes, Mataji.
Trivakra's preparations and expressions of desire. Her eagerness to prepare herself for Krishna symbolizes the longing that many devotees feel for a deeper connection with the divine. Her desire for exclusively indicates a typical human inclination to seek special relationship. Philosophically, this raises questions about attachment and desire. While such feelings are natural, they can lead to suffering if they are rooted in possessiveness. This point emphasizes the importance of understanding that the nature of desire and the need to understand personal wishes to foster a more universal love for the divine.
Thank you, Mataji. So actually, the very important point here. So Trivakta made all the preparation, thinking that I can trap the Krishna. That's what she made the preparation. So in the text number 7 of in this particular chapter, it says that just by smelling the Lord's lotus feet, Trivakta cleansed away the burning lust altogether. So before doing that one, she was so much lusty desire to enjoy with the Krishna. But soon she smelled the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. Her burning lust is completely gone. That's what in the text number 7 it is saying. Another point in the text number 8 is saying that she thought with offering a beautiful aroma or ointment, what she prepared, she can catch hold of the Supreme Lord. That's what she was thinking. So here Sukadeva Goswami says that unfortunately, Trivakra submitted to the Lord of Freedom the following request. What request? It is using the unfortunate. So Prabhupada disciples write that one. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srimati Trivakra prayed to the Lord, please enjoy only with me, not with any other woman. Because Krishna was not prepared to grant such benediction, Trivakra is described here as unfortunate. She was thinking that he can only enjoy with me. That's what the Trivakra was moved. Krishna said, no, it is not possible. That's what here the Acharyas are giving the comment. With this note, and the another one, the Trivakra said, oh beloved, please stay here with me for a few more days and enjoy. I cannot bear to give up your association, O lotus-eyed one. That's what she was saying. And it is saying that no, it is not possible. Krishna is slowly rejecting this one. The Krishna's response we can read in the next point number 5. Someone read? Krishna's response to Trivakra. Anyone can read?
May I? Again?
Yes.
Go ahead,
Krishna responds to Trivakra. Krishna's refusal to grant her request for intimate attention reflects a deeper understanding of the relationship. It conveys that the divine must carefully navigate human emotions and societal norms. This teaches that while personal desires are valid, they must be balanced with a broader consideration of the community and relationship with others. Krishna's delicate approach suggests that love and devotion should encompass all beings, including the audience, rather than being confined to individual attachments. This can foster a sense of belonging and connection to a larger spiritual community.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Krishna, so basically we cannot go out of the social bondage. That's what Krishna is teaching here with the Trivakra's response. Hey, stay some more here, some more time here. That's what Krishna with the human emotions and social talk. We should carefully navigate the human emotion. That's what Krishna is teaching us here. So we have so much desire, so people so much desire, but Krishna knows what to give, what not to give. That's what Krishna says in 9.22. We are asking so many things. Okay, 1 is okay, 2 is okay, 3 is okay, but we have certain limitations. So Krishna knows what is good for us, what is not good for us. Accordingly, he reflects and he reciprocates to his devotees. That's what we can take it here. The 6th one, Prasad Prabhu, you want to read?
Before you go to 6,
Yes.
5, there's one more
Yes,
point.
Prabhu.
So what I was telling you before, notice the first line, Krishna's refusal to grant her required for intimacy. She wanted intimacy, definitely, right?
Yes.
But here, you notice Krishna does have an intimate relationship only with eternal associates. Gopis, those who are descended straight from the Golok Vrindavan Dham.
Yes.
Those are his pleasure potency symbolized by Shri Radharani and the other gopis, But
Yes.
intimacy is, he never has that kind of intimacy with everyone like that. Remember,
Yes.
when this Patnis of Rishi Patnis, when he meets there, when he sends his gopas to fetch food, go and request the Brahmanas. But Brahmana Patnis, when they came, they also wanted a kind of intimacy, but that was not appropriate.
Yes.
Krishna pointed out very clearly and then sends them back, right? So he never, it's not like that he is intimate with all women he meets. He draws a certain line. So here also, when you look at the picture, Trivikra was about to touch him in a lusty way, but he shows a limit to that point he will go, So that is what we need to notice, that when Krishna enjoys with her, don't get too, kind of take it literally as such. Krishna satisfies our devotion, our bhakti, and everything is there. But where it is appropriate, to that point, he would go. And Uddhavaji's presence should automatically limit those kind of intimate relationships.
Correct.
Continue.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So 6th point, the true devotion focused on pleasing Krishna. Prasad Prabhu, you said you are reading. You want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. I can read. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, the true devotion focused on pleasing Krishna. The emphasis on selfless devotion highlights the philosophical concept of bhakti or loving devotion towards God. This perspective encourages devotees to act not out of self-interest but a genuine desire to please the divine. Okay. In many spiritual paths, the idea is that when one prioritizes the divine's needs and wishes, personal happiness and naturally follows. This intrinsic motivation aligns with the understanding that the spiritual fulfillment comes from selflessness and a commitment to serve rather than seeking material or personal gains. It encourages a sense of love that transcends personal attachment, urging individuals to pursue a deeper, more selfless connection with the divine and all of existence. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
So
Prabhu.
wonderful message, Prabhu. So wonderful
So
message.
nice. Yes. It's a very wonderful point. So divine focused on pleasing Krishna. So that's what I was thinking, that Anyabilashita Sunyam Jnana Karmadhanavrutam Ankulena Krishnanushilanam Bhaktiruttamam. So Uttam Bhakti means the first class devotional service is that one must devoid of all material desire, knowing obtain monastic philosophy and fruitive actions. That's what Rupa Goswami is saying. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So if I want to do this one, if I do it and offer Krishna, that becomes a karma yogi. But we want to become the bhakti yogi means what Krishna wants, we need to please him. Krishna's devotee, whatever Krishna devotee wants, it pleases Krishna. So by serving them, that is what in spiritual life the devotees are encouraged to do the things which makes the Lord and Lord's devotee happy, not to get a reward or benefits for themselves. You can see so many devotees are around the world. Their aim is to please Srila Prabhupada mission. For that particular point, they can going in any extent. So to their aim is our all. If you take all our spiritual masters, all the Prabhupada frontline soldiers, their aim is to only please Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. To this, if the Prabhupada is pleased, means what? So Krishna will be pleased. In that selfless service, they are all serving. They are putting their life to grow this ISKCON mission. So that's what I can only recall, Prabhu. Charu Prabhu, you want to add anything, Prabhu? If you don't
No,
mind.
you covered main points. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, with this note, we are finishing the first section of this chapter. Now we'll go to the second section of this chapter. There, Akrura. This is a narrative Akrura's interaction with the Lord Krishna and Lord Balram, a devotional service bhakti, and the nature of divinity. Akrura's heartfelt worship and prayers highlight his deep understanding of Krishna's transcendental nature and the significance of a devotion over ritualistic practices. So, ritualistic practice versus a devotional service. That is what we can Akrura's basically with this particular section we can take it out. May I request devotees to
notice that now he's taking other, in addition to Uddhavaji, he also taking Balramji.
Yes.
And
yes,
that is the purpose behind that. And I want you to guess what that purpose, okay? First cover the main points of this thing, then we'll talk about that.
Sure. May I request devotees to read the first point?
Yes, Prabhuji, may I?
Raksha Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes. Krishna, accompanied by Balram and Uddhava, pays an essential visit to Akrura, inviting him to participate in a significant mission. Overflowing with devotion, Akrura humbly washes Krishna's feet, demonstrates his deep understanding of Krishna's divine nature. He recognized Krishna as the ultimate source of the universe, asserting that creation itself would cease to exist without him. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. So this particular point basically teaches us Akrura knew that one Krishna's position. Akrura knew that one Krishna and Balram's position. So when the Akrura, when the lords and with Uddhava, when he visited Akrura, the section begins like this. Prabhu point taken the points in the next slide. Akrura bathed the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna and Balram, and they poured the bath water on his head. He presented them gifts and a flying clothing, aromatic sandalwood paste, flower garlands, excellent jewelries. After thus worshipping the lords, he bowed his head to the floor. He then began to the massage Lord's lotus feet, placing them on his lap, with his head bowed in a humility. That's what he started. Here, in this particular point, we can also say that one the significant overflowing with the devotion, Akrura's humility, wash his feet and all. That's what he started with a big section. It is given in the Bhagavatam. That's what I read as of now. It illustrates a profound sense of humility and respect Akrura showing when the Lord comes to his house. Okay, this is what I can take it from the first point. May I request you to read a second one?
May I, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Haribol?
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Akrura eloquently explains that, while Krishna's form may appear material, it is fundamentally different from human forms. Krishna is not born of ignorance and is free from the usual division between body and the soul that characterizes the human existence.
Thank you, Mataji. Akrura able to, in this particular point, Akrura able to understand the Lord's position. But in the 9.11, Krishna says that one, Jananti Mamoda Manusyam Tanum Ashritam Param Bhava Jantu Mama Mama Bhutva Maheshwara. The fools deride me when the Krishna comes in the human form, thinking that he is the one of the common man or Superman. That's what we people think that one. But no. He's completely different. He's Akilakoti Brahmanda Nayaka. He came in this human form to deliver us. That's what Akrura is understanding from this particular point. But normally, people in the even people started asking this question, hey, can you show me the God? Can you show me the Lord? But we don't have the quality. Even the Lord is coming in front of us also, we are not able to recognize him. So that is what Akrura is saying, that people tend to misinterpret when he comes in the human form. Third point, someone read. Sorry.
Haribol?
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, their dialogue explores profound concepts of bondage and liberation, with Krishna emphasizing that his actions arise from free will and aim to uplift his devotees. Akrura asserts that Krishna deserves the highest form of worship as he embodies the very essence of devotion.
Yes. Their dialogues propound the concept of the bondage and liberation, with the Krishna emphasizing that his actions arise from the free will, aim to uplift his devotees. Akrura asserts that Krishna deserves the highest form of worship. So he's giving the prayers altogether. From text number 17 to 28, Akrura glorifies the Lord. He's saying that you both are the original supreme person, the cause of the universe, and it is a very substance. Oh Lord, you are the supreme absolute truth. You personal energies only created this universe. You are the only maintainer, you are the only creator, you are the maintainer, and you are destroyer. Like that, a series of the Akrura glorifies the Lord altogether. And finally, he said that one, today, oh my Lord, my home has become a most fortunate because you have entered it. That's what Akrura started glorifying the Krishna. Another important, Krishna reciprocates that one. What he says, no one can deny that there are a holy place with the sacred rivers. or that the demigods appear in the deity form made of the earth and stone. But these purity the soul only after a long time, whereas saintly person purify just by seen, by being seen. I mean, basically, if you take the bath in the Ganga, the getting the purification it takes long time. If you go and take the deity darshan, it will take long time to purification, because to our consciousness has to change. But if you take the darshan of the devotees, pure souls, they will have the ability to change the conditioned soul in the fraction of minute. That's what Krishna is saying here. Akrura, you have that quality. So you can make this conditioned soul in the fraction of moment, you are able to make them eligible to go back to Godhead. That is what Krishna is saying. Very interesting verse I have took it from this particular discussion. Charu Prabhu, you want to add anything? Please.
Yeah, good. You covered it.
Okay, the last one, someone can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Krishna then entrusts Akrura with a crucial mission: travel to Hastinapur and ensure that the Pandavas receive the fairness and respect they deserve from King Dhritarashtra.
Thank you, Mataji. So from the end of this section 31 to 36, Krishna gave the task of visiting Hastinapur to the Akrura. The well-wisher of the Pandavas find out how they are doing. My dear Akrura, I have not been to the Hastinapur. We want you to go as a messenger. Please give them, see how they are doing. The weakened mind Dhritarashtra, the son of Ambika, has come under the control of the wicked sons, a control of his wicked sons, and therefore that blinds the kings, not treating his brother's sons fairly. Go and see whether Dhritarashtra is acting properly or not. When we find out, we will make the necessary arrangement to help our dear friends. That's what Krishna giving this particularly this task to the Akrura, and he sends Akrura to the Hastinapur. So this is what the first section it is talking. I mean, basically Balrama. My understanding, Prabhu, please correct me if I'm wrong. Balrama is accompanied to the Akrura place because Balarama is represent the Guru Tattva. He's a devotional service. That is what the Akrura got, that devotional service in the he's one of the great devotee of the Lord. Is he representing Balrama visit that one, Prabhu? Or please correct me, or you can put some.
That is one of the things what you just mentioned, but it's even more important and the direct reasoning behind that. See, he took Uddhava, because Uddhava is confidential associate, right? His advisor, confidential advisor, and Uddhava is also very, very really talented expert in politics and everything like that. But what was the special reason that he took Balarama with him there? Because this is the mission of politics and diplomacy, right? He's sending Akrura on that kind of mission. Yes. And remember, he is omniscience. It was not like that he was not aware of it and he wanted to find the facts there. He precisely knew exactly what was going on there, okay? So he brought Balramji, in my opinion, is that for two reasons are there for it. First reason, of course, Balramji is there to properly advise when Krishna gives direction to Akrurji, so Balramji can assist that when it requires politics, diplomacy, and so on like that. But even the second point is even more important than that. The third point, actually, that remember Balramji is also Supreme Personality of Godhead, okay? But he has a soft corner, affectionate relationship with the Kauravas. Remember, Duryodhan is very pet disciple.
Yes, bro.
Duryodhan took special lessons in Gada Yuddha. And remember that Bhim and Guru Duryodhan is going to fight at the very end. So he knew all this thing about Krishna, So because he was partial to Kauravas, and he wanted to point out that, look how Kauravas, particularly Duryodhan, and Duryodhan is bad association with both. First, that cunning Shakuni, Okay, Shakuni was actually taking a revenge against Dhritarashtra because his sister Gandhari was married to this blind king, and that was, in his opinion, it was unfair. But they couldn't do anything about it because Bhishmadev came with that proposal. Remember, so he had that grudge. Okay, and he was taking, and that was the reason why he continued to stay there in Hastinapur, particularly in the Dhritarashtra was ruling at that time Hastinapur. He was there. He was all the time there, and he was polluting the mind of this growing Duryodhana right from childhood onwards. He kept on inscribing to his mind that it is your right to inherit the kingdom after Dhritarashtra, right? So all this thing, diplomatic and political mission, Krishna was sending Akrurji. He was sending a subtle message to even Balramji, so Balramji could understand what is going on exactly, how unfairly the Pandavas were being treated, and how Duryodhana was not only physically blind, but even philosophically he was blind actually, and totally because of Putra Moha, he tacitly permitted all the wrongdoings on the part of Duryodhana and the company of Shakuni and Karna. The third was Karna. Karna was a good soul actually, but he was also participating in that evil activities. And Duryodhana, Krishna wanted Balramji to know exactly what was going on, all these things. Balramji is also Supreme Personality Godhead, remember? Okay, but there is still a difference between Krishna and Balramji. So Balramji, Krishna wanted him to know what is going on, everything. And in that regard, with that kind of situation, what kind of advice he will offer, that's what he wanted that. Okay, so that was the main thing. Because the whole mission is diplomacy and politics.
Yes.
Akrurji was going on. Remember, why did I put it in a red lettering? It's a crucial mission. Now, Akrurji was properly qualified for that mission. So Akrurji was actually a good political advisor. Remember, Kamsa was alive. He was playing a dual role there, right? Double agent role. So he chose perfect person to send, but at the same time he brought Uddhavji and Balramji to properly give directions to Akrurji, how to handle in a very, very delicate diplomatically, that mission.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. The next one, next slide. We'll read it. I think we almost cover, but we'll read one by one. Someone can read the first point.
Let me try, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Please, Sanjay, Prabhu.
Only the first point?
Yeah, the first point. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Just one sec. I have to enlarge the screen. Okay, so the intimate connection between the divine and his devotees. That is the point here. Akrur's devotion, such as washing Krishna's feet, reflect profound humility and love, revealing his recognition that Krishna is not merely a deity of worship, but the very foundation of all that exists. This realization elevates Krishna above the ordinary, transcending the cycles of life and death that ensnare most beings. Do you want me to read the second or only?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Read it, Prabhu. Okay. Because this already we discussed that one. So you read it, please. Yes.
When Akrura speaks of Krishna's body, he makes an important distinction. Unlike our own, which is constrained by ignorance and imperfection, Krishna's form is divine, perfect, and complete. This powerful contrast highlights the vital truth, while struggles and confusion often mar our lives. Krishna remains untamed and untouched by such limitation.
Yes.
Third
So
point.
Akrura is making a point that he is Satchidananda. These material things are not affecting him. That's what, because Akrura understood, because he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Yes.
Third point, on bondage and liberation, reveals a profound teaching. Even when Krishna appears to be bound as in his childhood, he intentionally embraces such experiences to illuminate the path of his followers. Akru's insight reinforced the notion that true devotion belongs to Krishna, who selflessly gives to all remaining untouched by loss.
Yes.
Bound is that Damodar Lila Prabhu?
Yes, that's what I understood, Prabhu. Yes. Binding the Krishna, Damodar Lila.
Okay.
So in the conclusion, Krishna's, thank you, Sanjeev Prabhu. So Krishna's directive for Akrura to visit the Pandavas exemplifies his unwavering care for his devotees, his proactive role in ensuring their just treatment. This interaction is a powerful reminder that the divine is intricately involved in the lives of those who seek his shelter, guiding and supporting them thoroughly every challenge and triumph. That's what I mean. Though that time I was when we read the next slide and all, when you read the Kunti Maharani's discussion with Akrura, literally, if you read it emotionally, you'll cry altogether, because we'll discuss in the next slide basically. So the basically point is here that Krishna, wherever he is there, he is antaryami. He understands what the devotees are doing. So he understood what devotees are going what through. Sometimes we feel that I'm doing everything. Why these whole problems are for me only? But this example of the Kunti Maharanis and Pandavas teaching us, yes, Krishna is looking each and every one. He is taking care of. So that's what we can take it from this slides. Anyone? Sharad Prabhu, you want to add anything, Prabhu, in this slide?
No, I'll give the comments at the end.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Want to take a break or can start, Prabhu?
Because you got only 15 minutes, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. So the next section.
Read it yourself.
Correct.
Or
So
because time is very short now.
Akrura's mission, yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. In the chapter number 49, Akrura's mission in Hastinapur, there is a dividing into two parts. Vidura and Akrura console the lamenting Kunti Devi, briefed with Akrura's evil plan, Dhritarashtra, that's 1 to 15. And the second section, how Akrura is advising Dhritarashtra, we'll see in the second section, basically. We'll go to the next one. So here the divine protection, the point number 1. Kunti's heartfelt plea for the Krishna's presence powerfully illustrate her deep vulnerability amidst her enemies. She turns to Krishna as her ultimate refuge, embodying the core belief in a bhakti that God is always ready to respond to the earnest calls of his devotees. This reminds us that when we genuinely seek a divine support, we are never truly alone in our struggles. That's what Kunti Maharani is saying here. So actually, when the Akrura discussion, how it starts, he asks, hey, does my nephew Krishna, she knows, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a compassionate shelter of his devotees, still remember his aunts? Still see, is he remembered his aunt's children? So lotus eyed Rama, remember them also? That's what she is talking. Because earlier days, even if you take a 50 years back also, there is a no, we are sitting here, though we are throughout the world, we are meeting here because of the technology. Earlier, nothing was there. We used to write a letter to get the earlier, 50 years or before. But earlier in the Kunti Maharani's level, she's an alone lady, widow, handling these children, and the midst of so much problems, still she is able to do it. One person is coming from her place means how she will be feeling it. She's like, for a person fearful of a death and rebirth, I see no shelter other than you liberating Krishna. For you are the Supreme Lord. That's what he started praying to Krishna. I offer my obeisance unto you, Krishna, the Supreme Pure, the Absolute Truth, and the Super Soul, the Lord of Pure Devotional Service, the the source of all knowledge, I have come to you for your shelter. That's what she's divine protection. She's complete have a faith. Krishna can take us. Anything, that's what he's saying in the first point. And secondly, the motherly love and longing. Kunti's profound sorrow and yearning for her family rival and a deep emotional bond between the mother and her children. Her trust in Krishna for a protection, solace, underscores the intimate connection one can have with a god akin to a familial love. This reflects the beautiful notion in the bhakti that our relations with the divine can be profoundly personal and nurturing. This particular point, it states, Kunti's love for her children is used to be illustrate how human relations mirror our relations with the divine. Her emotion shows spirituality can deeply personal and emotional. It is not just a superficial. Kunti places her trust in Krishna again and again. This point is coming here. The third point, God versus evil. The stark contrast between the Pandavas and Dhritarashtra's sons headed by Duryodhana exemplifies the perennial conflict between the rightiness and wrongdoing. In a realm of Krishna Bhakti, there is an unwavering belief that good will ultimately prevail over evil. This theme encourages the devotee to maintain their faith in divine justice, assuring them that rightiness will prevail. That's what I mean. Basically, Kunti Maharani is saying that unwa- uh, the god adharma versus dharma. That's what Kunti Maharani is talking here. So he's my point to take away is we can all self-explanatory how the Dhritarashtra is doing against the Pandava children. We can take it out here. That's what this particular point is saying. The recognition of the divine qualities. Kunti acknowledges of the divine origins, her sons born from a mighty demigods, reinforces the belief that their extraordinary strength stem from the higher source. In Bhakti, this signifies the transformative power of aligning oneself with a God. When we connect with the divine, we are imbued with the divine attributes, empowering us to face the life challenges with the strength. So Kunti Maharani's situation, we do say that one when something comes in our life, we say that we become a shaky. Even we are I'm talking about myself. I'm a sadhaka, but the Kunti Maharani is a live example. I mean, basically, this is an example of the Kunti Maharani. Vipada santo tava shasvat tatra tatra jagatpate. Let that problems comes every steps. But Krishna, please give me that strength. I am always remembering you, so that every time this will go away. This problem will go away. That's what Kunti Maharani is stating. But I am not in that stage, so I can pray that like Kunti Maharani. So the fifth point is saying that the incredible potential of the devotional strength. Kunti's earnest prayers to Krishna's highlight the incredible potential of a devotion bhakti. Her sincere cries of a distress reflect the idea that true faith can stir the heart of God. In bhakti tradition, authentic devotion is a believed in invoke a divine grace, which has a potential to change even most difficult situation to provide the profound comfort. The sixth point, the unwavering hope and faith. That despite her overwhelming distress, Kunti cling to the hope that Krishna will come to aid her and her sons. This theme underscores the essential role of faith in the higher power, especially during the trying times. The Bhakti traditions inspires the devotee to trust God's wisdom and timing, believing He will always provide what is best for our journey. He knows we might ask so many things, but Krishna knows what to give, what not to give. So the seventh conclusion from this passage is the fundamental theme of a divine protection, profound love, eternal struggle between the good and evil, the recognition of a divine quality, the transformative nature of devotion, the unwavering importance of the hope and faith.
Uh,
So this is what
Rajiv Prabhu, go back to the slide.
I'm just yes.
Go back to that slide. This slide, when I was preparing PowerPoint, if you remember, the one we were discussing, that
Yes,
slide.
this one, this picture, yeah.
Yeah. No, with the conclusion, 7-point conclusion is also there. That slide.
Yes.
Yeah, this one. Yes. If you remember, with all of you, I shared that slide and said that don't you feel like framing this slide and hang it in your house so that everybody can see it. Every line, if you see that, is a tremendous, tremendous instructions are there. Every line, if you read that, in this slide, all the 7 points conclusion, or that you see there, 6-point conclusions, that also are very, very powerful, So, yes. Because what Kuntimata is saying that never ever lose faith and trust in Krishna, okay? And always face the reality. Good and evil will always be there, perennial. What is the meaning of perennial? It's always there. The struggle between dharma and adharma will always be there. You cannot, because this is a material world. It will be always there. Face that reality, but still have faith and conviction that Krishna Satyam eva jayate, right?
Yes.
Always you stay on the path of dharma and on the path of truth. And Krishna will come to your aid. कहते हैं भगवान के घर देर है अंधेर नहीं है. Krishna will come and he knows nothing is unknown to him. But he will come to our aid if we are on the path of dharma. And dharma, who's on the path of that dharma, will always win. For momentarily, for a while, it seems like the adharma is winning. But ultimately, Krishna will come because that is his mission, 3-pronged mission. Remember? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. He is going to set the record straight. So that faith and trust has to be there at the core of devotee's heart. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
So, the attachment and illusion. Akrura powerfully underscore the danger of attachment, particular to our relationship and possessiveness. Dhritarashtra's profound love for his son Duryodhana closes his eyes to the truth, illustrating how attachment can hinder the spiritual growth. In the Krishna Bhakti tradition, devotees are encouraged to channel their love towards Krishna rather than getting entangled in a fleeting nature of worldly attachment, which ultimately proved to be illusory. So basically in this particular point, Akrura warns against too much emotional attached to the things of this world. He says this so much illusion, so much attachment to illusion, we believe that these are all permanent. No, they are not the permanent. Dhritarashtra, the blind king, loved his sons so much so that he ignored his wrongdoing altogether. And how his emotional attachment blind him. Physically he was blind altogether, but emotionally or spiritually also he gone blind because of this attachment. So in a Krishna Bhakti tradition, this particular point highlights here, shift our love and focus to the Krishna and Krishna's Bhakti. That's what this point we can take it out. Dharma versus adharma. Central to Akrura advice is a conflict between the dharma, righteous, and adharma, unrighteous. Yes. He passionately urged Dhritarashtra to embrace the ethical leadership, reinforcing that true kingship is rooted in the principles of dharma. This theme emphasizes the vital importance of moral duty and highlights that our choices should align with the spiritual laws, cornerstones of a Krishna's teaching. So that is what I mean. He's highlighting that. He is stating in the text number 18, by religiously protecting the earth, delighting your subject, O Dhritarashtra, with your noble character and treating all your relatives equally, you will surely achieve the success and glory. If you act otherwise, if you are not doing so, people will condemn you in this world, and in the next life you will enter the darkness of hell. He straight away he giving this one the advice to the Dhritarashtra. Remain equally disposed, therefore, towards the Pandu son and your son, you be equal. You do the right decision. That's what he's saying. And the third point, nature of reality. Akrura starkly likens the material world to a dream, urging the Dhritarashtra to look beyond surface appearance. This fits seamlessly within the bhakti perspective, which promotes the devotees to recognize the transcendent nature of the worldly existence and focus instead of the eternal bond with Krishna, which promises a genuine fulfillment. So, in this particular point, what I have taken is, so in the text number 20, in this world, no one has any permanent relation with anyone else. O king, we cannot stay forever even with our own body. What to speak our wife, children, and the rest. Because of that children, you are going in a adharma. End of the day, you will be going in a hell. Please don't be that one. Be nature, be natural and take the decision. That's what he is saying. The fourth point, self-realization and humility. Dhritarashtra arrogance acts as a barrier to accepting Akrura wisdom. His belief that he possesses all the answers is a common hurdle to spiritual awakening. The Krishna's bhakti tradition teaches that humility is a vital for self-realization. Only by acknowledging our limitation can we remain receptive to a guidance. That is what humility, again and again. In this particular class also, around 5 6 points, again and again humility point is we are talking. I mean, that is more important for the bhakti. The fifth point, the divine guidance and free will. Akrura embodies the divine guidance, yet Dhritarashtra choice to ignore it highlights the significance of a free will in Krishna Bhakti. This emphasizes that while divine help is always available, it is up to individual to actively accept and follow that guidance, underscoring that personal responsibility everyone carries on their spiritual journey. Very important point. That's what the free will. The people do ask this question: if the God is controlling everything, why he created this bad element? People put this question in the intro program and all. So because people don't have the concept, don't know the concept of this free will. In that small free will stays, he will not interfere. The love cannot be forced, so love has to come voluntarily. So that is what Dhritarashtra, he gave the good advice. Akrura gave the good advice to the Dhritarashtra. But he don't want to listen to the Akrura. He wanted to his own. So Krishna is there, but we should be ready to turn towards him, and we have to take his advice. Soul and super soul example is coming in the Upanishad. Krishna explains in the chapter number 2, Prabhupada explains in that purport 2, soul and super soul sitting in the single tree. That is what I can see here. The importance of life. Akrura's insignificant reminders about the transitory nature of life, wealth, relationship compel us to prioritize the spiritual growth over the material pursuits. In Krishna Bhakti, followers are instructed to cultivate the deep relationship with the God that transcends the physical realm, persist beyond the earthly existence. The role of Krishna. The passage brilliantly illustrates the Krishna's continuous presence in the Dhritarashtra life, emphasizing that even amid the turmoil, the divine is ever present to guide us. This reinforces the belief that Krishna is a constant source of support to our lives. Turning to him can lead the liberation from a struggleness of material attachment. He is always there, even as a super soul, even in the warm in the, so stool also he is there. Krishna always with him. He is not leaving the jiva alone, always there. But we should have the ability to. Now Akrura came as a Krishna's representative. He given the advice, but Dhritarashtra not want to take because he not used his free will. So the conclusion is here, these themes highlights the tension between the material attachment and the quest of the spiritual truth. They underscore the significance of dharma, humility, and recognition of Krishna's unwavering guidance in our lives. This passage challenges the readers to deeply examine their attachment and decision making, urging them to align their choices with these profound teachings. Yes. So whether we are in the dharma, humility, and recognition of Krishna, unwavering guidance, and in our lives. Prabhu, Charu Prabhu, you want to add anything, Prabhu? Please.
No, you done a wonderful job, Prabhuji. Now we'll hear. Let's get in the discussion phase. I think
Yes.
this is the last slide, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, this last slide, I think.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so now let's get in the discussion phase. Let's hear questions and discussion, all these things, and then we will hear from Sharad Prabhuji also. Okay, Haribol.
Hare
Open for
Krishna
discussion
Prabhu.
now, devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for a wonderful class. It looks like you are giving Bhakti Vriksha classes in Sydney, Australia. It looks like you are very trained delivering the lecture. The point that the impermanence of life in the last slide that you had from Charu Prabhuji, that's a stark reality for every single human being, that this material life is impermanent, and then we have to inch towards that which is more permanent. And then Akrura's reminder is a reminder not just for Dhritarashtra. I think Dhritarashtra symbolizes like people like us who have a closed eyes towards spiritual development or Krishna consciousness. So Akrura is the messenger who is trying to open our eyes with a torch light, saying that this life is impermanent and, inch towards Krishna Bhakti. That just kind of relates to my situation. So I was just thinking that at this time. Wonderful class, though.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. So wonderful class, Prabhuji. So many takeaways, messages we had to learn. So many things. ललिता माता जी ने बहुत ही सही कहा कि धृतराष्ट्र जो है वो कॉमन मैन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. तो जितने भी डिवोटी है, मगर वो भी कितना भी प्रीच करते हैं, मगर जो फ्री विल जो है वो मतलब यूज नहीं कर पाते लोग, क्योंकि इतने अंधे हो गए हैं अपने मटेरियल लाइफ में, समझ ही नहीं पा रहे कि ये क्या है. तो रियली इट इज वेरी हार्ड टाइम. आगे भी इतना हार्ड टाइम आएगा कि समझ नहीं पाएंगे, तो ये अंधे कुएं में सब जाते रहेंगे, ऐसा लगेगा. हम लोग ट्राई कर सकते जितना कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू प्रभु जी फॉर सो वंडरफुल क्लास.
बहुत सही कहा आपने रक्षावंधन जी, बहुत ग्रेट आपने कहा. थैंक यू.
I also want to show my gratefulness to Charu Prabhuji. Like, he made these slides in a very such a simple, like complicated lessons in such simple format that we can understand. And it is very easy for us to understand the way he is put it in, and then take those messages like a takeaway to work on ourselves. So I'm so privileged to be part of this class, Prabhuji, and thank you for including me, and my humble obeisances to you, Charu Prabhuji and Sarada.
Thank you. But what I do exactly, I read Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the commentary, which is, it's a very long, remember, it's very deep and very long. So I prepare a summary of it, prepare my draft, and that draft I feed into the AI app and tell them specifically avoid Vedanta philosophy, because this is all about bhakti. And bhakti also Gaudiya Vaishnava bhakti, related to other bhakti, which is when you worship Lord Vishnu, automatically it gives the connotation for awe and reverence. Because Vishnu bhakti is in the Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha, the bhav is awe and reverence, right? But only in Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, we see this Madhurya bhav, that Krishna can be intimate with us. He could be friend, he could be lover, he could be our son, like that, So that is a unique thing about Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, So I prepare a draft, and draft I feed it, and then leave that use a very simple words so that even a lay person can understand. So I learned that kind of instruction to give from Sanjeev Prabhuji. He guided us how to really utilize AI. It's a very powerful technology, nonetheless. No doubt about it. Okay, but it has to be taught. how to properly utilize. Okay, so I'm still experimenting with it and trying to improve every time I make it. Okay, so first of all, I want to congratulate Rajiv Prabhuji. Uh, he has done a so wonderful job. I'm genuinely impressed the way he explains things like that. But let me not take up time. Let's give a chance so everybody could participate in the discussion. And I'm going to let Rajiv Prabhu respond to your questions. Okay, Haribol. So Sharad Prabhuji will definitely come at the end and give us his two cent worth. Okay. So please go ahead and whatever the questions you might have, freely ask Rajiv Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So it's nice class. You crispy class. So nicely present. So Prabhuji, I'm just looking at that here. Akrura worship Lord Krishna and Balrama. When they come, but also Krishna glorifies Akrura, saying, "You are a saintly king. You are a saintly person." Right? He says, why? What is the reason why is praising Akrura here?
I mean,
what do you think
Lord,
first before Rajiv Prabhu answers? What do you think?
It is me.
No, I don't know. I just I'm
okay,
having.
Okay, Rajiv Prabhu, go ahead, can respond.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Prabhu, the Krishna knows the devotee's heart. When he went for the Vrindavan for bringing them to the Mathura, even in his Akrura's mind is always on the lotus feet of the Lords, together Krishna and Balram. He's a Rishikesh. What our senses are enjoying, that he knows. So that is how Akrura, the name itself, there is no people thinking that Vrindavan initially Gopi thought that is Akrura because he's taking away the Krishna and Balram from us. But he's a really, no, he's a Akrura. There is a no, nothing. He is a divine qualities. He is a pure devotee of the Lord. So that is how Krishna is glorifying. He knows who is what. So that's what I'm thinking. This way, Krishna addresses, you are the great, saintly person. That's what he is thinking.
We'll learn a little bit about his downside qualities also in Seven Taka Jewel story. Sharad Prabhu is probably going to talk about that. We'll hear that. Okay. Continue.
Is that making sense, Radha Vinod Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I mean, he's a devotee of the Lord. Krishna knows who is what. So that's what. But the same glorification is not done to the that hunchback woman.
Kubja.
So yeah, Kubja ko nahi bola. So Kali he said to Akrura because he knows what is their intention. Altogether. That's what I can take it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
मुझे एक पॉइंट दूसरा भी आता है उसमें कि अक्रूर जो है कंस के असेंबली में काम करते थे, ड्यूअल काम करते थे, जो था वो मैसेज भी देते थे यदुवंशी को. तो ही इज अ ड्यूअल काम करते थे. वो भी एक रीजन है क्योंकि वो डिवोटी थे तो वहां का सब जान के यहाँ पे बताते थे.
Okay, that's a good point. Raksha Mataji, very good point. Sanjeev Prabhu?
Krishna Prabhuji. And I think
yes,
like he's also senior like in terms of age, right? Guruji was sort of senior also, so it etiquette the. Okay, sorry, am I audible? Like so,
yes,
Guruji is senior to Krishna and Balram both, right? So he's sort of etiquette also that respect comes. But here he is praising him as a devotee. Whoever sees you will become a devotee. So you rightfully said, like,
right.
Even today when we go to Vrindavan or any Naam, we read his prayers and they're so intense, so wonderful.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji, may I ask the question?
Yes, Samta Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Dandavat pranam to you. I have two questions. My first question is the misuse of free will. Ravana also did the misuse of free will. Hiranyakashipu also did the misuse of free will. Now, in today's case, Dhritarashtra was mohagrast. He was blinded by love for his son. So, in case of Ravana, Mandodari still tried to tell him that, you're doing wrong, taking away somebody else's wife. But was Gandhari also Mohagrast? Didn't she ever try to explain Dhritarashtra that what he was doing is incorrect? That is my first question. My second question is on those lines. In today's Kali Yuga, we see common problem with parents. Parents are Krishna conscious, but the children are not following that. And we see that our children are going they are getting affected by Kali, and that will be the downside of them in the future. What can we do as parents that they, a spiritual way of tackling the situation that the children somehow get back to?
Yeah.
These two questions, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. The first question I leave to audience because they are more into Gandharis and all technicality. I not going to. Second question, a practical application. I'll tell you. Hope it makes sense to you. So here in the Sydney, what we are doing is just to tackle your second point, how to engage the children. We are running the Gurukul classes here. It is the only weekend classes. In one room, in the same time only, one room will be holding the children and we are teaching the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam in their level. We have a set up syllabus. Every term we will give the syllabus. In the second room, in the next to that one, we are holding the adults and parents. 99%, 99 people are coming just because of their children. So initially, I found that children will come as a childcare center, they will drop and they will go. I said, no, it is not a childcare. If your children are here, means you have to sit in the another room. Whether you take it, whether forcibly or whatever, doesn't matter. I can't take it this responsibility. If you are sitting here, your child will be here. So this way, they came initially, they are coming for the children purpose. They eventually, because if you put the children there, if the parents are going for a movie, going for the party and all, children not able to listen. Hey, Papa, you are going for eating pakoda, you are telling me to read Bhagavad Gita. That's what they will ask the question. First, that is what, it is together. Prabhupada programs are like a family package, Mataji. So if you engage this way, children will also learning and parents will also learning. That's what it is really working. 90% success we are seeing in this programs altogether.
Wonderful.
This you can implement.
Wonderful.
This people, children are also changing a lot of things. Almost 7 center we are running here in the ISKCON Sydney West Temple. 7 center, almost 12 classes, 12, 13 classes. The first one, first question I asked. Yes,
प्रभु जी, बच्चों को चलाने के लिए हमें वैसे ही पहले हमें करना पड़ेगा. Practically, we have to do all these things.
Correct. Because the children are following the parents basically. So if we put them in if you do the Mangalarti, they will come and attend the Mangalarti. Eventually, you are feeling that they are not attending, but they are listening. They have so much grasping power. If you do this one for a couple of years, then the children will straight away follow you. That's what I'm noticing here. Whenever you go to the classes and all, we try to take the children with them, and we can put in the children class. No problem. It is working. It is working. No problem. No
yes,
doubt.
completely.
Yes.
We just need to, okay, I will add one comment, Prabhu. Okay, see, whatever we try, sometimes it may not work. You try to the extent to the possible, okay, and try to involve them in some kind of spiritual activities. Yesterday, when Maharaj came to our house, so we involved kids, okay, on book distribution. We just placed the books in temple, and then we asked them to distribute whoever the devotees come. Involve in some kind of activities, and then they have to take their choice. Okay, we can push to the extent possible, involving. Okay, that is my thought process. And coming to first question, okay, I will try to add one point, Mataji, and then let Charu Prabhu and Shraddha Prabhu. Gandhari has told, okay, Dhritarashtra multiple times in Mahabharata, saying that like you are too much affectionate to Duryodhan, and entire Vamshi is going to spoil. Okay. But like as Raji Prabhuji mentioned, he has too much affection to his son. He has not taken his own wife votes as well, Mataji. Okay. I could not recollect what are the instances, but she has informed multiple times Dhritarashtra, saying that like you are going in a wrong direction. Yeah. It's not that like she was taking away.
प्रभु दूसरा भी एक पॉइंट है उसमें कि आफ्टर सम टाइम्स दुर्योधन ओनली कंट्रोल देयर पेरेंट्स, वो ही जो बोलेगा वो ही होता था, क्योंकि
Yes,
फिर
yes.
वो
He controlled his
अपने
parents,
उसमें,
but
हाँ,
but
क्योंकि फिर
Gandhari
उसके
is
बाद वो लोग
slightly
का
much
कोई
better.
होता ही नहीं था.
Yeah, Gandhari is much better when compared to Dhritarashtra, and she tried to give some advices to Dhritarashtra, but he never listened. So that is my takeaway. Maybe I'll ask Sharad Prabhu and other senior devotees, Shar Prabhu, to additional comments. Thank you.
Okay,
No,
I'll say something. Like all these people we spoke about, from Ravana to Dhritarashtra and all that, please remember one thing, that we are doing devotional service, and that is known as sadhana bhakti. But all these people about whom we are hearing all these stories from Srimad Bhagavatam, the Puranas and all these, they are the eternal associates of the Supreme Lord, including Ravana, Kunti, Dhritarashtra and everything. And not only in this kalpa, in other kalpas also, the same story with slight more little, with small little variation, this will go. So we have to understand that these are all leelas. And in leelas, all the perfected beings have come, and they are doing these leelas for us to learn. This is for not Dhritarashtra to learn. You know, Dhritarashtra did so many wrong things throughout his life. He did, and ultimately, what did he get at the end of Maharashtra, the Mahabharata? You will find he went to the spiritual world. So they are the permanent associates of the Supreme Lord. We are the devotees. All these things are to teach us. We should learn from them. We should use our independence, personal independence which the Lord has given us, in the correct way. That is the whole thing. We should not compare anybody with Dhritarashtra or Ravana, because they were destined to act like that. So that is what I can say on this.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's very nice. Yes, very
Yeah,
nice.
it's very nice. So I did not thought the Dhritarashtra is also part of his eternal kind of partner with Krishna. I did not thought in that way. Sharad Prabhu, thank you.
But Prabhuji,
प्रभु ड्रामा में हीरो भी होते हैं, विलन भी होते हैं, तो उनका भी एक कैरेक्टर है ना प्रभु? यस प्रभु जी.
But Prabhuji, question, I mean, what Samta Mataji, I mean, I'm relating to her question too. I mean, even though they are Nitya Parshad, what is the thing that they were trying to depict in that character of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari? Because Gandhari also put a patti on her eyes that she doesn't want to see Dharma and Adharma. And she was also very fond of her children. She had also that factor of jealousy. She used to compare with Kunti. That is how she wanted to give birth to that. You know, when she gave birth to one piece of, flesh, and they put it in a pot and all that stuff. So there is a insight that we get from that characters that they played in the past time. Like Gandhari was also one-sided, basically. She was also siding Dhritarashtra as compared to Mandodari, who was always aware and vigilant, and she was always warning Ravan that you should not be lusty on Lord Ram's wife, and this will be the reason for your destruction. Whereas in Gandhari's case and Dhritarashtra's case, that was not the same.
And remember at the end, Gandhari also cursed Krishna, right? That if you destroyed my dynasty, you will also suffer your loss of your own dynasty. And Krishna willingly took that curse. And then he arranged that,
the
destruction of the Yadus,
Yes,
so that was also in Putra Moho.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead, Prabhuji, go ahead at some point.
There are actually regions given in the Puranas what was Dhritarashtra and why he came up to this level, and what happened to Gandhari, what was she, all these things are given in the Puranas. If we have some time, we can talk about that. We don't have time today.
Yeah, Prabhuji, on that note, I was listening in Pune long back and class, they say there's a Daivi Lila and there's a Bhumi Lila. So Daivi Lila, as we say, as a devotee understands, like, Dhritarashtra is such and all those things. But for a common people, this is the message. If you are a bad person, then this is the result for you, right? So, so these two Leelas are there. So who is looking at? Devotee is looking at different way, the same Leelas, considering Lord supremacy. I just know Charu Prabhu said that Gandhari also cursed Lord Krishna. Can somebody curse Krishna? Nobody can curse, right? As a devotee understand. So this is the Devi Leela that we see. But Bhumi Leela, people, Lord comes and performs just like a common person. So they want to say if you do good, then everything is good. If you do bad, your end result is bad, right? All dharma, all those goes. So that's how I understand these two plays, and you have to separate out both the understanding. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, we are almost at the end of the question answer session. I'll add certain things before somebody asks any question. Now here today we heard the story of how Trivakra, that is Kubja, satisfied Krishna, and the second is Akrura. And now when did this happen? At what time? Like Krishna and Balrama came to Mathura. Then on the first day, he broke the Shiva Dhanus. Then thereafter killed the washerman, all those things. The second day, Kamsa was killed. And thereafter he kept on staying. It is not on the third day or fourth day he came to them. It actually happened after Krishna and Balrama had gone to Sandipani Muni's ashram and taken the instruction in 64 days. Thereafter, all these leelas took place. And both Trivakra and Akrura, they were waiting for Krishna to come. And how they were waiting? They were waiting like Sabri Mata only. Sabri Mata had waited for 10,000 years. And each day, early morning, she used to make preparations to prepare the path in which Lord Rama would come and keep the fruits what she is going to offer. Each and every day she used to prepare, and like this Akrura and Trivakra, they were preparing themselves because they were great devotees. Like Trivakra, Kubja's her past life is given in the Garga Samhita that I have already told you. Now another thing I want to tell why the Pandavas had to go through so much of pain. They were the greatest devotees of the Supreme Lord. This is also part of the Leela. That has to be understood. And certain other points like from the commentary of the Acharyas, we have to understand the story of Trivakra at two levels. On the one hand, she is understood to be a liberated soul, directly associating with the Supreme Lord and participating in his pastimes. On the other hand, her conduct is clearly meant to teach a lesson about what not to do in relation to Lord Krishna. Since all of the Lord's pastimes are not only blissful, but they are very great things. There is no real contradiction in the pastime, since Kubja's purity and her bad example take place on two distinct levels. Arjuna is also considered a pure devotee, yet by initially disobeying Krishna's instruction to fight, he also showed an example of what not to do. However, such bad example always have a happy ending, in the blissful association of the Supreme Absolute Truth. Now about Akrura. Akrura states two reasons why the Lord appears to be covered by the material form or to take birth like a human being. First, when Lord Krishna executes his pastimes, his loving devotees, they think of him as they are one of the relations, like a beloved child or a friend or a lover, and so on. And in the ecstasy of this loving reciprocation, they do not think Krishna is God. And Krishna also doesn't want others to feel that he is God and that is the highest stage. For example, because of her extraordinary love for him, Mother Yashoda worries that Krishna will be injured in the forest, and that she feels this way, which is the desire of the Lord, and which is here indicated in the various verses in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And the second reason the Lord may appear material is indicated here while Akrura is describing the Supreme Lord, is saying that simply because of ignorance, a lack of discrimination, or one may misunderstand the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna, while discussing with Uddhava, says that the Lord's transcendental position is beyond bondage and liberation. And it is said that there is never a distinction of the body and the soul in the Supreme Lord. And there are many the instructions, like in the 49th chapter, what we heard. Now, in one of the things, one of the verses says that in the guise of dear dependents, strangers steal the sinfully acquired wealth of a foolish man, just as the offspring of a fish drink of the water that sustains the fish. Now, ordinary people feel they cannot live without their wealth, although their possession is the circumstantial and it is temporary in nature. Just as wealth gives life to an ordinary man, water also gives life to fish. And one's dear dependents, they steal one's wealth, just as a fish offspring drink of the water which is sustaining them. And it is sadly ironic that materialistic persons who labor to accumulate security, prosperity, family, insurance, they enter into the darkness of hell, and which is very painful. And on the other hand, the one who cultivates the love for the Supreme Lord, which in ISKCON it is known as Krishna consciousness, then spiritual life will apparently neglect to accumulate property, a large family, and so on, and enter the next life, which is enriched with many spiritual assets, thus enjoy the deep pleasures of the soul. And we were talking about Dhritarashtra. Naturally, we would like to ask Dhritarashtra, if you know all this, he knew everything. He also studied the Vedas, the Vedic literature, he knew everything. But if he knew everything, why didn't he behave properly? If we ask this question, then it points out he feels that since events have already been set in motion, he is helpless to change them. He always answers like that. In fact, events have been set in motion by his attachment and sinful propensities. Therefore, he should have taken responsibility for his own actions, because clearly the Lord, Supreme Lord, the Krishna, he tells in Bhagavad Gita that the Supreme Lord does not accept responsibility for anyone's sinful activities. It is a dangerous policy to claim that we are acting improperly because of destiny or fate. We should take up Krishna consciousness very seriously and create an auspicious future for ourselves. Finally, one may agree that after all, Dhritarashtra is involved in the Lord's pastime and is actually an eternal associate. In answer to this, we may say that the Lord's pastimes are not only entertaining, but the lesson here is Dhritarashtra should have acted properly. This is what the Lord wanted to teach. Dhritarashtra claims that Krishna came to relieve the burden of the earth, but the earth's burden is precisely the improper behavior of its inhabitants. So let us take the lesson the Lord wants to teach us here and be instructed for not only our benefit but benefit of everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So let's conclude the class with Nashima prayer. And I congratulate Rajiv Prabhuji and all the participants. All the participants also. They did a good job. And I like to see continue this thing.
Thank you, bro. Please
so,
If
Rajiv
no one
Prabhuji,
is there,
you
can I
deserve.
sing Narasimha?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Namaste Narasingaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakasipurvaksha Silatankanakalaye Ito Nashinga Parato Nashinga Yato Yato Yamitato Nashinga Mahena Shinga Vrudaena Shinga Narasinga Madim Charanam Prapate Tavakara Kamala Bare Naka Adbhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsingade Jaya Narsingade Jaya Narsingade Jaya Narsingade Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Srila Gurudev Vignavanashika Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai Gaur Premanande Chitanande Hari 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 Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you, everyone.
Shurpanaka in her last life.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Radha Vinod Prabhuji, please remain after all have logged up.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna to
Hare
all
Krishna.
devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Haribol. So I can sign out, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, I will be just practice.